13.4 translations. We're going to be talking about transformation, image, translation, and tessellation. Now I know in the past, raise your hand if you've done those tessellations before, made pictures out of them. Good. So you've done tessellations, you've talked about these in the past. Today we are actually going to be putting them on the coordinate plane, showing you how to translate, to make transformations, your new images, and tessellate. All right, example 1, describe a translation. And over here it says, in a translation, a figure and its image are congruent. So for the diagram shown, describe the translation in words. Think of moving horizontally and vertical from a point on the original figure to the corresponding point on the new figure. For instance, you move how many units to the what and how many units to the what from A, -3, -2 to reach A. And notice the difference. Your original has just the letter A. Your new transformation has the A with a little apostrophe here. So you know you go from this to this. The one with the little apostrophe is now your new image. That's how you tell the difference. So over here, which one is our original? The bottom one or the top one? The bottom one is our original. This one is our new image. This is our translation up here because it has a little apostrophe. So if we go from the original then, how many units to the what? And what do I go? So I go what? You move how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4 to the, okay, so 4 units to the right. And then how many units where? And 5 units up. And that would be the same then for all 3 points on this original figure. You would go 4 to the right and 5 up. And you end up with that new translation point. And you go up. See how that works? That's your new image. So if we look at the A, point A now, what is our new coordinates for point A? They are what? Always left and right first, stop here, and then up here. What are we now at? 1 and 3. So notice if we go 4 to the right, is right positive or negative on our coordinate plane? Positive. So look at here, if I plus a 4 and then 5 up and up on a coordinate plane, is that positive or negative? Positive. Positive. So if I plus 5 here, what do I end up with?
3.
What's a -3 and a +4 give me? 1. What's a -2 and a +5 give me?
3.
Look familiar? Okay? So that's what you do when you make a translation or an image. Coordinate notation. You can describe a translation of each point x, y of a figure using the coordinate notation. And this is in algebraic form. But that's exactly what we just did by adding 4 and 5 on the previous page. So, where A indicates how many units a point moves horizontally, and B moves what then? A is horizontally, B will be what? Vertical. Vertically. Move the point x, y to the right if A is positive, and to the, we just talked about this, if A is positive, left is negative. Move the point up if B is positive, and move the point what? Down if B is negative. Awesome. Had a couple of you listening. Okay, so which one of these, left or right, is my original?
Right.
The one on the left or the right?
Right.
Raise your hand. Who says left? Who says right? All right? Majority rules, we did have a couple vote for the right. The original is over here on the left because there's no apostrophe. The new one, B with this little apostrophe, A apostrophe, that little annotation means that is the new transformation. That's your new image. So from A to this A, we are going to go to the what? Let's get our new coordinate points. We will go what? What will we have to do to X? A, we have to do what? We have to go to the how many?
4.
4 to the, so is that a plus 4 or minus 4? So we're going to plus a 4 then. And then Y, what are we going to do to the Y? Will we go down?
Down 1.
Yes.
Is it down 1 or down 2?
Down 1.
Down 1, so is that plus 1 or minus 1? Minus 1. So what is our new ordered pair? 1 and negative 2? Does that work if we plus 4 and minus 1 to our original? Here's our original. That's plus 4 minus 1. What's a negative 3 and a positive 4? What do I get? 1. And what's a negative 1 and a negative 1?
0.
Careful, negative and a negative. Fight or no fight? No fight. They're the same team. You get a negative 2. And look it, that's perfect. 1, negative 2. So what you gave me was correct. Okay, first let's draw our original. They want us to draw a triangle ABC with the vertices with these points, A, B, C. That's our original. Let's plot that on our graph, please. So I don't believe yours is on your notes yet. So plot yours on the graph. All right, does yours match mine? Hopefully. So this is my original, my ABC triangle. This is my original. I'll put a little O in there for original so we know. Now let's translate it. They want us to do what? They want us to plus 4 and minus 5. So I could go over to my images here and I could go plus 4 minus 5. And what would my new image be? What's a negative 2 and a positive 4? 2. And what is my 1 and a negative 5? Negative 4. So my new A will be at 2, negative 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4. Here's my new translated A. So we can do it that way to find all my points. Or I also know that from each point, let's go to B and go plus 4. So that means how many? 4 to the what? Plus 4 is to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. And then minus 5, 4 to the right. And so is that up or down 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my new B, so it gets the apostrophe. Is that correct? Is that what it would be if I went over here and I plus 4 and I minus 5? I would end up with, what's minus 1 and a positive 4? 3, and 4 minus 5? Is that where we ended up over there? Was it at a 3, negative 1? 3, negative 1. Perfect. So how many of you would rather do the subtracting first over here to get your points? Anybody? Few of you? How many would rather go over here and just go right 4 and down 5 and then put your points over in here? Because now we'll do C. I could go right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my new C. What is my point? 4 and negative 4. How many would rather do that way? Not as many? Am I going to make you do it one way or the other? No? Whichever works for you. Some people like to do the subtracting right away. Do the plus 4, a minus 5. So then you're going to get 4, negative 4, and then plot them. And then connect your new image. And I know that's my translation because I have my apostrophes here, but I'd like to put a little T there for translation or my new image. Okay, so whichever way you want to do it. If you'd rather do the subtracting and adding first and plot it, or maybe just do the right 5 down or right 4 down 5. You choose. Whatever works for you. Okay, put your original on there. I'll give you a couple minutes to put your original on there. Not a couple minutes, about 30 seconds actually. All right, does your original match mine?
Yes.
All right, there's my original. Now they want us to translate it. So we need the new coordinates of P, Q, R, and S. So write your new coordinates for those 4 points. How many want to do the subtraction off of these right away, adding the subtraction? Okay? How many want to do just the moving? All right, we'll do 2 of each way. For the P, what do we need to do? They want us to plus 6 and plus 5. So the X plus 6, does that mean right or left? So I want to go right 6, and then is that going to mean up or down 5? Up 5. So right 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my new P. And what is the ordered pair here? 2 and what?
4.
So my new ordered pair is 2 and 4. Q. To the right 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my new Q. What is its coordinates? 5 and what?
4.
That one's 5 and 5. Now let's say we did the subtraction. We've got -2 and -3. We have to plus 6 and plus 5. What's a -2 and a positive 6 give me?
4.
Positive 4. What's a -3 and a positive 5 give me? Positive 2. So let's go plot the new R at 4 and 2. There's my new R. Now let's do this plus 6 plus 5 here, plus 6 plus 5. What are my new coordinates here? What's a -4 and a positive 6? 2. Good job. Thank you. What's -4 and a positive 5? Positive or negative? Yes, positive 1. So we'll plot that, 2 and 1. And that is my new letter what? S. Connect your coordinates. And there's our new translation. Questions? We're good? Go on to the next one? Come on, there's always questions. Are you sure? Awesome. Let's go on to the next one. Tell whether you can create a tessellation using only translations of the given polygon. If you can, create a tessellation. If not, explain why not. Now, who can read me the definition of translation or tessellation on the first page? Nice and loud.
Okay.
So everybody in our virtual world can hear you.
Tessellation is a covering of a plan with a repeating pattern of one or more shapes. Tessellations have no gaps or overlaps.
No gaps or overlaps. So you remember when you were in elementary and you had all those little pattern blocks? Can I take this and slide a bunch of them? Can I get a bunch of them next to each other without any gaps or overlaps? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. An octagon. Who says yes? Who says no? Who says yes, I can tessellate this? Who says no?
Yeah.
Got some of each, more say no. Let's see, do I have an octagon in here? Is that an octagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, that's an octagon. Okay. I want to make another octagon. And another one. And another one. They have to be the same size. I'm trying to copy this. We'll get them kind of close. All right, let's see if we can tessellate these. If I have a bunch of octagons. Is this one pretty close to that size? Can I make it smaller? There's another one. Make that one a little bit smaller, bring that over here. Oh man, am I able to tessellate that octagon? Why not?
There's a gap in the middle.
Because of that gap. We cannot have a gap in the middle. So this is no. And why not? The reason being, well, I guess that's what they give us this down here for. I just like to play with my little pictures and all the colors. That was way more fun moving them around. Down here they show us you can't tessellate a regular octagon to create a tessellation. Notice in the design that there are gaps, and if you wanted to, you could overlap it, but you can't overlap. That's not allowed. Let's see if I can make that one blue. Oh, look at that. See? And now if I make it smaller, mine's way better than the notes picture. And to get it to overlap, to get it to fit, we'd have to overlap. All right, next page. Oh, we've got one more to do on there. How about this one's pretty easy. B, a rectangle. Elementary, my dear Watson, yes or no? Wow, that one's super easy. Yes. And they show us down here because there are no gaps or overlaps. Bam, done. All right, your assignment. You are going to do the 13.4 worksheet on translations.